Just turn it on. Get.
Yeah.
Tell me when it's on.
All right. Yeah, I'm recording now, dude.
Okay. So.
Yeah, like just people, man. But people really wanted this pin.
So
stupid shit.
Okay, so for the video, I guess we can say for part 1, Rock Lee does he still have like his gates with Byakugan active? Like I'm assuming that's like
yeah.
Does he like know like trigrams though? Like
yeah, like
like what?
Like here. So here, like what? Like okay. Oh, does like is this like they were born with them, or they just got like surgery? Like and like
yeah,
them,
like Neji died and he fucking ripped his eye out or something. Like what?
Well, cause like in that case, like
he's got the gentle fist.
Well, like he doesn't have a gentle fist if they got like transplanted, but he has an even bigger advantage, which is that Shikamaru has to wear a blindfold the whole time, or else he'll just die from like chakra exhaustion. You know, like
right. Shikamaru doesn't have the Uchiha body.
Yeah,
that's right.
So if he's not born with them, then
it'll be like Kakashi. Yeah, it'll be like Kakashi, dude. And not only that, but kid Shikamaru is as well, cause like.
Yeah, like it was like a full-grown adult Kakashi, bro. Like took it out once for like 5 minutes and was like hospitalized for like a week.
After using it like his whole life, and he was like Jonin level, like at 6 years old or something. Like what? What is Shikamaru uses shadow possession? He's like, I'm running low on chakra. I can't hold her for a minute. You know, and then like Kakashi can barely do the same thing. Like, okay, so I think we agree that like just in part 1, like it's just not like an
yeah. Well, like look, if you want to like extend the video a little bit more, you know, so we get so we hit the 10 to 15 minute mark. Yeah. We could also talk about because also people are gonna ask about this anyway. Well. Okay. What if they were born with them instead?
Right.
That's a pretty complicated. Yeah, that's a pretty complicated question. Like that is.
No.
Now they're brand new characters.
Yeah,
right?
And is it like he has dual like 3 Tomoe?
Yeah.
Shikamaru. Because like you then have to talk about. Is the third, like, is 3 Tomoe, like, inherently, like, a certain level in itself? Like, do you have to
like
be a certain
base,
level?
Yeah, like, yeah.
So, is he Valley of the End, like, Sasuke level? Or how does that work? Like, so you need to talk about that. Which,
and
if he is... then it might be a debate, but then it's
it's not even Shikamaru anymore, right? Like, does he still even have shadow possession? Like, what?
It's basically Valley of the End, like Sasuke with shadow possession jutsu. So,
but then you give Lee 8 gates, 8 trigrams, and then it's like, well,
that is pretty brutal. So,
and the thing is, if Lee can use the Byakugan, he can use ninjutsu. Because dojutsu are ninjutsu.
Right.
So, Lee can use other jutsu, potentially. Like,
I'm sure he would still use, like, taijutsu.
Yeah, predominantly, sure.
Because Neji Guy, and they both can use ninjutsu, but they just still... Like what Guy
I think the Hyuga are just assholes. Like, I think they just don't let you learn anything else because like the data books like say Neji had like 3 natures that he like knew, but he never used any of those jutsu.
Guy had ninjutsu as well. He just spammed his summoning jutsu.
It's weird because like I guess he was just really bad at it because the flashback talks about like he can't or something. But like yeah, then you see him summon the turtle. So it's like,
that's ninjutsu, bro. Like it.
Yeah, like.
So, I guess if I was to be edgy scalar man, I'd say like Lee kind of capped off at the tuning exams, and then he has to get drunk versus Kimimaro. So that's not.
That was also base.
Yeah. So that's a little bit unquantifiable. The drunk amp. We know that's a huge amp. So if Sasuke. I hate saying this on video. So if Sasuke using the data book was like rivaling Lee when his fight with Garo.
Yes.
And then you just give like Sasuke, that level of Sasuke with a Byakugan. Would he beat Valley of the End Sasuke? Probably not.
Correct.
Yeah, probably not.
I agree.
Yeah, so, because even base Naruto, like, reached that level by the hospital fight.
Yes.
And then...
Yeah, he was punching Gaara's sand armor off, like...
Yeah. And put him on his hands and knees, he's huffing and puffing, like, very casually.
Yeah.
Or Lee never did that. And then, that's a whole debate, by the way, comments, don't get too triggered about it. So, and then Sasuke gets so strong, he can, like, fight that same Naruto with, like, a QB chakra that can make him so strong he like blitzes himself and like one-shots himself.
Yeah.
And he gets the third Tomoe.
So the most charitable you can beat Lee as like Kimimaro was really mean to Naruto. Like he was not like he wasn't taking Naruto seriously at all. Then like Lee showed up and Kimimaro was like, I suppose you're pretty strong, kind of respectable.
So.
And this was QB Naruto, so you could be like, well, okay, so maybe this means Lee has a chance.
If he's drunk.
Issue is, first of all, drunk. Fuck, I need to not be eating. Whatever, fuck it, I don't care.
You don't have to.
Nah, it's good. These good fucking. They're actually not even Cheetos.
Yo, these off-brand Cheetos hitting.
Yeah, these are some off-brands, but anyway, The other issue with that is, like, so Sasuke was still stronger than the Naruto that Lee was compared to, and like by a lot, like big time.
Definitely.
Like that fight was a stomp. So
he was bullying.
If you say that 3T Shikamaru is 3 Tomoe Sasuke level, then sure. I guess.
Then it's a win, but it's still like such like a leap in logic. Like we're just assuming that he's the same level for some reason, you know? Because what is it like? Sarada and Boruto, would she beat up Sasuke with 3 Tomoes like now? Like I don't know, probably. There's probably some bullshit scaling makes her like OP.
Well, there's like statements of like I'm pretty sure like I think it was Kagami was like implied to be like real, like one of the strongest Uchiha, even without a Mangekyo. He was just 3 Tomoe. So like, you know, using one guy who has a 3 Tomoe as a baseline.
And I mean, and I meant Sarada before she got 3 Tomoe. I'm actually not 100% sure if she has it now, but I think she was like in the novel she like awakened more. But even before that, she was like actually really strong. So I don't know. I don't think it's actually indicative. But yeah,
nope.
I'd say we'd give it to Shikamaru if he's actually Shikamaru Uchiha and he's just as strong as Valley of the End because of the Tomoe bullshit. And then
but actually another thing, you know, we could probably take that away from Shikamaru because wasn't all of that owed to the curse mark making Sasuke stronger in base? Like he had to like kill himself and then sit in a cup for like a day to get that strong. It wasn't just the Sharingan.
I guess we could say he got stronger because of that, but
yeah,
the Sharingan did actually amp him significantly.
He was still losing to Naruto before.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, no, we can just say that like he clearly did get an amp because Hospital Sasuke was fighting with his Sharingans out, and then here's just base Sasuke just dicking on him.
Yeah.
So clearly an amp. So even then, it's hard to give it to Shikamaru, man. Like massive stamina issue, and then just bullshit scaling for him, whereas like Lee is just more concrete. So
yeah.
I don't know, I'll let you guys decide on that one, but that's I think that's all the thoughts on that. So what about Shippuden? What are we doing for Shippuden? We putting a Mangekyo on him? Like we giving Lee the 10 Saigon?
Like here's the thing, right? I think we can condense like the whole fucking battle down into what I'm about to say. There are so many stupid variables that you just can't account for in this hypothetical. Like, does Shikamaru have Mangekyo? Like the stuff we talked about earlier. Did they just get them? Like, were they like implants, or was it like a genie situation? Like, like where they just wished for them? no
Dragon Balls, granted.
Yeah, like Dragon Balls, he asked for Sharingan, and then it's like, well, okay, so if Shikamaru does have Mangekyo, like, what is his, like, ability? And, like, there's different, like, Susanos, too, like, you know, so, like, you got, and, like, there's different, like, levels of, like, Susanoo power, because, like, you got, like, you know, Sasuke's Susanoo cage is getting, you know, busted up by you know, he's cracking through it, but then you've got like Madara just like casually like uses it to block a fucking Sage Naruto Odama Rasengan, and it's not like affected. So like what, like where would Shikamaru like fall on?
So I'll answer this. We'll answer this first. In that thumbnail, part 1 Rock Lee with Byakugan versus part 2 Shikamaru with Sharingan 3 Tomoe. Shikamaru just stomps, like,
yeah,
he can fight, he can hold off like Hidan kind of. He does well in the war arc. Even as an adult, especially, you can see his scaling like really like he can hold off like all of the Kage like single-handedly. Like he actually does like end up scaling a lot as he gets older. So no, I think we agree that part 2 absolutely stomps part 1 Rock Lee using that thumbnail. But yeah, using part 2, I mean, what Rock Lee, he helps Guy fight like 6-Paz Madara. He kicks Madara in half with like a QB amp or something.
Man, they did it. They brought up Madara.
So, what does Shikamaru really do? Not really much other than that. Like, other than fighting Hidan, but... With the Byakugan, would that change anything? I feel like
no. I feel like the Byakugan is like it's kind of bullshit. Like it's a non-amp.
I feel like the Sharingan late game has better late game. You know, like has better scaling. So.
Yeah, like if you think about it like logarithmically, like in relative terms, right? Like if Naruto got a Byakugan like in Boruto, like he would literally like not feel it. Like he,
it would probably be less than Sage mode, you know, like just base Sage mode. So it's really weird. So
but like if you gave like Academy Naruto that Byakugan, okay, you know, maybe now we're talking.
Change it up.
Now that we're this late, it's kind of one of those things where it's basically you guys don't give Lee anything, I guess. You know, it's basically, could Lee beat Shikamaru with a Sharingan? And again, the question is, well, it depends.
Does Shikamaru have the stamina? Does he have a Mangekyo Sharingan?
Yeah.
What is he? What is the criteria?
So let's probably do. I was about to say, let's probably just be not assholes and just assume that the terms are what everybody was thinking. But I actually don't know what like the implied assumed terms.
I don't know either. I just saw some dumb Twitter fucking posts. And I was like, all right.
If it's like Lee, Shikamaru has Sharingan, doesn't have to worry about any of the drawbacks. Lee has Byakugan, doesn't really have to worry about any of the drawbacks. In Shippuden, well, based on the Madara feat, Lee probably kicks Shikamaru in half, right? If it's just 3 Tomoe.
Even if he was helping with like 6-Paz Madara, like in all the even if he was like helping with the Kage level fighters with 6-Paz Madara and he was relevant, like even then, like that's really good scaling. So
yeah.
Like
so,
even if he's not,
like he threw the kunai. Yeah, you're
like
right.
He's not okay. He's not 6-Paz Madara or 8-Gates Guy level, but like he was considered relevant enough next to those like Kage level fighters that were also helping to like assist.
Yeah, like Kamui spam Kakashi and Minato, and right?
Gaara.
Like Lee was like a I got Gaara there too.
And Lee was considered relevant, so that's still good scaling. It's probably better than Shikamaru.
And Shikamaru like wins because he tricks a guy and blows him up with like 100 billion paper bombs. Okay, actually I forgot. That might not sound like hyperbole because that sort of number actually has shown up before.
Yes.
There were a couple billion paper bombs. So it was obviously a lot less than that.
So if Shikamaru,
he had a lot of prep.
if Shikamaru has the Susanoo or Susanoo, then some people think that in the data book that if you have the Susanoo, you inherently have other abilities like Tsukuyomi, which I don't know if you agree with that, but that's something people debate about. So I don't know if he has a Tsukuyomi or massive.
Well, based on what we know,
massive Genjutsu.
Nobody's ever developed the Susanoo without their other abilities, except arguably Madara. But it'd be weird if Madara still couldn't use like Mangekyo powers. I think he just didn't. I think that's what everybody agrees.
He still used Tsukuyomi through the ghetto. Like he created like a Tsukuyomi. Like
infinite Tsukuyomi.
So he probably does know it. I don't know. So I don't know if Shikamaru knows Super Sharingan Genjutsu, then maybe he'd mess up Lee because like Might Guy specifically trained to fight the Sharingan because he always fought Kakashi.
And it was like poo-poo tier like Kakashi base Sharingan Genjutsu.
He trained to stare at Kakashi's feet like while they fought.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rock Lee's ever trained that. I don't think it's ever implied. So
so since we're already doing hypotheticals and we're just kind of this is already pretty stupid.
The video's so
I
dumb.
do feel like it's fair to throw something else in there. I feel like it would make sense, given how much of a rival Guy is with Kakashi.
That Guy would teach him.
Guy probably taught Lee not to fight Kakashi, because like if I was saying that would be stupid, but to fight Sasuke.
That's possible.
Because he was probably thinking, okay, Lee versus Sasuke is gonna be the big match at the Chunin exams. You know, fuck Neji. Neji ain't shit.
Also,
Lee's gonna fight Sasuke and take
Sasuke won up to Lee or whatever at the Chunin exams, and like Guy always like pities Lee. He always feels bad, so he tries to train him to beat these geniuses. So maybe he was like, this is total headcanon, but I could totally imagine him like just being like, "Don't worry, I'll teach you how to beat the Sharingan or something."
Well, like you could see, like Guy was actually like mad.
Yeah.
Like Kakashi, like you know, like he's talking to Kakashi and like Sasuke's moving that fast, and then like Guy's like, "How did he do that?" And Kakashi's like, "Yeah, I taught him, and he used the Sharingan to like copy Lee's speed." And Guy's like, "Why would you do that?" You know,
yeah. So. It's believable. It's believable. So maybe, you know, there is no Genjutsu argument.
But then, like, you know, Lee's looking at Shikamaru's feet, and all of a sudden, you know, he's not able to see that Shikamaru's Mangekyo activates, and bam, he shoots a Madarasu at Lee. Maybe you could argue that, right? But, well, actually, this staring at the feet thing is extremely... is extremely relevant because with a Byakugan, Lee would actually be able to see Shikamaru's chakra flow up
into his eyes. Yeah, like Obito did that as well.
He would.
Obito could see that in Sasuke. So
yeah, so
I don't know.
Lee would
once again, it's
So like,
weird.
If Shikamaru has like perfect Susanoo,
I mean that's stupid. You know? Like that's just. Like not a debate.
Then I guess he takes it pretty
GG.
pretty concretely.
He has the EMS perfect Susanoo, you know. Yeah, he probably wins.
Technically, you don't need the EMS because Kakashi did it with a regular Mangekyo.
Although it was 6 paths. He has like 6 paths.
I was about to say, except that was 6 paths.
Yeah, he has 6 paths. Chakra into that. Let's just say he has it anyway. Yeah.
Well, and I guess Shikamaru probably wins.
Shikamaru and Susanoo sounds so goofy. Dude, does he have like a giant Susanoo like area of effect shadow possession? Like, how does it work? Like, you're standing in the shadow.
Does his like Susanoo have like a whip that like immobilizes people? Like I don't know. Is it like
maybe it'd be interesting. I don't know. But yeah.
Or is this like Sharingan power? He like looks at you and you can't move.
But if Rock Lee had the Tensaigon though, you know he'd probably.
Well, yeah, see, like if we give Shikamaru like these this video's.
But then Shikamaru could eventually perhaps awaken the Rinnegan. You know.
I'm pretty sure if Lee has the Tenseigan, the Rinnegan here is irrelevant. Like Shikamaru would need the Rinne Sharingan to stand a chance against that.
Yeah, the Tensaigon is like a 6 paths kind of level of like threat. So but Naruto only used KCM Sage mode against Tensaigon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was 6 paths enhanced still though. But
No. Yeah, like there's gonna be somebody in the comments like, can you actually prove that Toneri is not Hashirama level?
Oh god. Yeah, he's gonna throw the planet at Earth or the moon at Earth or destroy it. Like, yes, dude, I can I can see Madara doing that. I see Madara just throwing the moon at Earth.
Yeah, the meteor was like roughly the size of the moon. You know,
it blotted out the sky. Yeah. They're definitely men. Dude, and remember Nagato when he had the Rinnegan? Like, holy shit, dude. He was like, dude, Nagato would definitely fight Toneri, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like
Nagato
the Rinnegan Madara had.
Yeah, no, the Nagato that got his legs blown up by paper bombs
would
beat Toneri. I agree.
Yeah, he'd beat Lee with the 10 Saigon. Damn. I think Nagato's a great example of like what it would do.
So I think really
Nagato
basically every time you try to give Shikamaru any bit of ground here, you have to give Lee some too. And when you do, Lee just catches back up and stomps.
Yeah.
Eventually it just becomes like go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Lee with the scaling to the Kage just seems like he'd be more powerful at the end, like even with Shikamaru with the Sharingan, you know. Dude, Nagato was given the Rinnegan, and yes, he became like super powerful, but like he's not like he'd be relevant in the war arc, sure, but like we're just giving Shikamaru a Sharingan. You know, like just the normal Sharingan, let alone Madara Uchiha's Rinnegan. You know, like so it's quite the big gap. I mean, so just imagine Nagato when you think about that, and it's just like it's not that huge of an increase for Shikamaru unless you like give him crazy Mangekyo, Susanoo amps and stuff like that. But.
Well, like the only reason Nagato was even able to like have them was because he was like an Uzumaki who have like god tier stamina and like constitution.
And
like,
even then, like Obito,
you know, if you're picking like,
oh my god, the power almost drove me insane. I can only have one.
Yeah, like keep in mind, like Obito's not like he's not like a bitch, right? He's got some pretty crazy durability feats. You know, like having all the Biju ripped out of him. Yeah. And like getting like stabbed in multiple like vital areas.
Had his heart ripped out.
Throat. Yeah, heart ripped out, throat cut open, Biju extracted, and it's like he still lived through the whole thing until he was ready to fucking die to Kaguya.
Yep.
That's what it took,
literally turned him into a pile of ash, like.
Yeah, and like so like he can't handle 2 Rinnegan.
Yeah, Shikamaru is gonna handle it, bro. I don't know. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Like, we don't really.
This is not the angle people wanted. People wanted like you know the song that like where it's like do 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 do, and then you have like the flute, you know the one that they use in part 1. Yeah, that one. People wanted like that music playing in the background.
That kind of vibe,
about, like the strategy and you know,
there's
like, like how would Shikamaru approach the puzzle that is Rock Lee with the Byakugan? How would he use his new tools? But like. Lee would just kick him in the face.
Dude, the thing about Shikamaru in part 1, like I love him a lot, but like his only real dub is he fights like Kin from the Sound Village, and he like has her hit her head against a wall and it knocks her out. Like, do you think Rock Lee is getting out like that? Like, do you think he's doing? You think he's doing Rock Lee like that, man? Like, it's just. Shikamaru's my boy, and he's like he does some cool stuff, but he's
the goat. Yeah, like we like him both. I like Shikamaru a little bit more than Lee.
But it's just like he's just not like that. You know, as a character, he's not like that. So unfortunate. Boruto, I don't give a fuck. You guys decide.
Well, what do you mean, Boruto? Scaling so interesting.
Very fun.
Cool.
Shikamaru shadow possessed all of the Kage. He wins. Okay. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to sub to the boy Swag Bob, and he'll be in the description. And have a good one. Bye bye. Impeccable video. Very inspiring.